Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Woo, Wednesday.
Yeah. All right. So where I want to start is I want to look right at measure 90. Right at measure 90. And I want to take a moment to talk through the written dynamics that are in this section. So we should all have a forte at measure 90, yes? And then, one bar later, we have a written mezzo forte, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, can you change that to a piano? That seems very extreme, but if you find the Iowa recording on the YouTubes, that is the dynamic shaping they're doing, and this piece was commissioned by Iowa, and he was there for the recording of the piece, so I think that's fair to make that change. You know what I mean? We're going for contrast in this section. So then at 92, we're back up to forte. We should all have that. And then we have some other dynamics, blah, 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 blah. 98, we're back at forte, yes? That needs to be the same forte because that sets us up for 101 when we all have fortissimo. So, can I just hear the downbeat at 90 at forte? Everyone play that downbeat? Full sound, quality sound, and set, and do that again. Find another instrument other than yourself. Don't play any quieter. It needs to be that full, but I think we can get more resonance and matching in pitch. Here we go again. And set. Can we start right at 90 now, and then freeze on the downbeat of 91 where we have the subito piano. Here we go, right at 90. And ready. Can you play that piano with me now? Play that piano. Ready? So when we play a wind instrument, what makes sound is the vibration. Whether that's a brass player, your lips vibrating, or for the flutes, it's really your lip vibrating too, or for our woodwinds, the reeds vibrating. And we get the resonance from the air being converted to vibration. I know that's not exactly how the science works, but that's how I think about it a lot. We changed the way we vibrated at the piano, and we lost so much resonance and energy in the sound. Can we try and get our best possible sound at piano? Here we go again. And ready? It took us a second to find it. Can we get it right on the downbeat now? And ready? Cool. Now when we start back at 90 again, start at forte and make that the resonant piano and not a thin piano. 90? And ready? That's different. So now we want to hold down at that piano for 2 beats and then get back up to that same forte we just started at 92. Here we go, 90 again. It seems like really nuts and bolts, but that's the effect you have to go for here. 90, and set. So, we should stay forte for 2 full measures, 92 and 93. Then at 94, can we change that mezzo forte to a mezzo piano now? Because we don't want it to be as shocking, but we still need to get out of the way so we have room to get back to forte at 98. These dynamics here are not arbitrary. It's set up ensemble-wise so that way we are getting somewhere and going somewhere. And here we go, 90 again. I think we can have just a tiny bit bigger forte so that we have room to grow on this side. Here we go, 90. And set. keep that dynamic of what it is, full sound. And here we go. 90. Air does the work. Ready? Into 98, just a little bit. I'll probably pull it more than Poco, but once we get to 98, that's that same forte as we had back at 90, yes? Then, this is different that time, this time. At 99, you have to maintain the same dynamic, and it's going to take even more effort than normal because it's almost the same part, but we're making it sound different. Can I just hear right at 98 now? Right at 98, can you hear your forte? And hold it, and 98, go. Good, make a pledge to yourself, you will maintain that dynamic across the bar line. Here we go. 98, keep going. And, ready? If you know, say it. Yeah, that was a deceptive cadence, which, that's why it's a fortissimo. He's using standard, like, traditional harmony to fool us, and that's why that fortissimo is important, because even though it's the dynamic peak of the piece, we still go past that. So that's important to keep in mind. And then, the texture starts to thin out from there. So if you have half notes, two half notes are like a dotted half note and then a quarter note in that measure, you have to play that out so that way as we start thinning the texture, our ear is led to that. 98 again. Good. Commit to the quality of sound, commit to the volume. And ready? Back at 90 now. 90. So putting all of that into place, we're getting the intended effect. Here we go. 90. And moving back to our thin piano sound. Still resonant. You did this. I just want to make sure we're clear about what's happening. In 103, I'm going to show a release on beat 4 because in our alto and tenor sax, we start getting that ba-da-da-in, ba-da-da-in, but it's shifted across the bar line, so they have the pickups there. So thank you guys for doing what I showed. The one point, I'll not continue to pound your faces with playing loud, but what happened is once we got to 98, I could hear that we were committing to the dynamic that we talked about, but we turned our ears off as we started to get bigger. You have to continue to keep your ears just as engaged as we get louder, because that's the effect. Because anyone can play loud. Not everyone can get loud or sound good playing loud. And I know it's weird for me to be in a concert band setting and talk about playing loud, but it's an effect at this point, because the rest of it is so quiet and thin. Can we start back at measure 84? Measure 84, so that we're getting this transition across this molto ritornando, a lot of slowing down going into 90. There you go. 84. Say that again. We weren't able to maintain the dynamic quite as much, but you've also been playing for a while, so I will attribute it to that rather than your mental strength. Can we jump back to 33 now? 33, jumping all around. So, we've kind of glossed over this part a time or two. I want to take a bit and kind of dig in and try and get the melody to be more clear. So if we start pickups to 33, we're just going to kind of play for a minute, kind of get ourselves reacquainted with what's happening there. Pickups to 33, so in the horn and alto 2. Here, I'll give you 1, 2. And 1, 2. challenge I have for you through this section between 33 to basically 45 is I want you to only play if you have the melodic line. You might just have 3/4 notes as a part of it. You might just have ba-dee-da. You might just have that part. Only play if you have the melodic part. Here you go. Same spot. Pick up the 33. And 1, 2. So if you don't have the melody, don't play. So you might have to come in and out of the texture. Here you go. Same again. Horns that was right. And 1, 2. Do we understand what's happening now? More or less. Horns, there are a lot of false starts in there, so let's do that again. Also, horns, your rhythm in measure 33, in the words of the wise Dr. Thompson, your rhythm is poor. I can keep going with that, but you're not counting where your 8 notes are versus where the 4 notes are. Same thing again. Here you go. I'll get it all layered back in, but I'm just going through a process right now. Same thing. And 2. Opposite of that, where if you have the melody, don't play. So you might still come in and out of the texture based on where you have the melody and where you don't. So